afternoon everyone. In this particular video, we will be discussing regarding the new chapter, that is your 11th chapter in your syllabus, that is called as the pointers. Before discussing the actual topic, let me explain you how exactly the data gets stored in the memory of the computer. Suppose if you are declaring any one of the variable, let us consider like this. In a program, we have declared a variable a, which is of kind integer, and the value of this particular variable is 10. Now what happens is, whenever you are declaring the variable like this, you are asking the compiler to reserve some space for this particular variable. Now you people know the integer will be occupying 2 bytes of memory. So what you are doing is, you are asking the compiler to reserve a block of memory that will be consisting of 2 bytes. Okay, so what happens? Whenever you are declaring the variable, the compiler will ask the computer to reserve 2 bytes of memory for storing the variable that is called as a, and the value of this particular variable is called as 10. Now what happens? Like this, if you are declaring, suppose if I am declaring another one variable, b is equal to 20, c is equal to 30, like this, what happens is, if I keep on declaring the variables, what happens is, the computer will be reserving the memory for each and every variable you are creating depending upon the data type of the variable. Suppose you are declaring integer, it will be reserving 2 bytes. If you are declaring float, it will be reserving 4 bytes. If you are declaring a character, it will be declaring 1 byte of memory. So if you are declaring an integer, 2 bytes of memory will be reserved. If you are declaring a float variable, 4 bytes, double 8 bytes, and the character 1 byte of memory will be reserved. So each and every variable you are declared, so the memory location, whatever the memory location, each and every memory location will be having an address. Like you have a house, if you have a house, you will be having an address, or else or to say a door number, or else address for every house. Same way, whenever you are storing the variable in the computer, or whenever you are storing the data in the computer, what happens is, each and every block will be having an address. Now suppose, let us consider, I am considering the same example, int a of 10. So if I am declaring int a of 10, what happens? 2 bytes of memory will be reserved. So let us consider the value of this particular variable is 10. So in the location, the value will be stored as 10. The address where exactly the location is nothing but 100. So it might be 100, or else it might be 150, it might be 1100, anything it might be. The address, yavatara namge door numbers vary ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 1ಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 2 ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 2500, 3000, 5000, 5701, something like this. So same way, every location will be having an address. So this is how exactly the data will be stored in the computer. So every variable you are declaring will be containing two things. One is called as the value of the variable, and another thing is called as the address of the variable. The value of the variable, it is nothing but 10. The value of the variable a is nothing but 10. The address of the variable is called as 1100 in this particular example. So each and every variable you declare will be consisting of two aspects, or two characteristics. One is called as the value of the variable, and another thing is called as the address of the variable. So this is the brief introduction you want to know before starting the chapter that is called as the pointers. Now let us go for the actual topic. Now suppose the value of this particular variable is called as is 10. Now you know what is the value of this particular variable, that is called as 10. But you don't know what is the address of the variable. You need a variable which stores the address of the variable. That address of the variable is stored in a variable that is called as a pointer. Are you able to understand this? So each and every variable we will be declaring will be consisting of two characteristics, or two aspects. One is called as the value of the variable, and another thing is called as the address of the variable. by looking at this particular declaration, you know what exactly is the value of this particular variable. That is, the value of the variable a is nothing but 10. But you don't know what exactly is the address of the variable. So, you, according to this particular example, the address of this particular variable is 1100. For storing this particular address, you require another one variable. That variable is called as a pointer. So, the definition of a pointer is nothing but, pointer is a variable which stores the address of another variable. Pointer is nothing but a variable which stores the address of the another variable. So, this is the definition of a pointer. So, pointer is nothing but a variable which stores the address of another variable. Now, let us enter into the topics. Let us see how exactly to declare a pointer and how exactly the pointer will be storing the address of another variable. Hope you people have understood the topic. So, each and every variable declaring will be consisting of two characteristics. One is called as the value and then the address. You know what is the value of the variable, but you don't know what is the address of the variable. So, each and every variable you are storing, that will be stored in particular location in the computer. So, every location will be having an address. To store that particular address, you will be requiring a particular variable. That variable is called as a pointer. Now, let us see how exactly to declare a pointer. So, this is one more question also. Write the syntax for declaring the pointer. Now, the syntax for declaring the pointer is nothing but, firstly, you require a data type followed by the star operator. This star operator, I will tell you what exactly is the name of the operator. This is also called as a pointer operator or else indirection operator. You can call this particular operator as pointer operator or indirection operator. Both are the one and the same. Firstly, you have to specify the data type followed by the star operator, or else you can call it as a pointer operator or indirection operator followed by the pointer name, and then you need to make use of the semicolon. So, this is how exactly you are declaring a pointer. Whenever you want to declare a pointer, you have to follow this particular syntax, that is data type followed by the pointer operator followed by the pointer name. Pointer name can be any user defined name. Now, I will show you the example for declaring the pointer operator. Now, int star b. You can see this is the example and this is the syntax. Here the data type is integer followed by the star operator followed by the pointer name. The name of the pointer over here is b. So, b is a pointer of kind integer. The next thing what you have to remember over here is integer pointer stores the address of integer variable. You cannot store the integer address in a float pointer. Are you able to understand? The pointer data type as well as the variable data type both needs to be same. You cannot store int in a float or else you cannot store float in an int. That is the next thing you have to remember. Now, let us move to the next topic, that is how exactly to assign the address of a variable to a pointer. So, whenever you want to assign the address of a variable to a pointer, you require three things. I will show you one by one. So, firstly what I will do, I will declare a variable that is called as a. A is a variable of kind integer. What is the value of the a? It is nothing but 10. Next what I want to do, I want to store the address of a. So, a is a variable of kind integer. So, what I have to do, I have to make use of an integer pointer. So, I will declare an integer pointer. int is the data type. How to declare? Followed by the pointer operator followed by the pointer name. So int a is equal to 10. I have declared the variable and I have declared the pointer. Next, what I have to do? I have to store the address of a in the pointer b. I have to store the address of a in the pointer b. Now, for storing the address, okay, you will be making use of an operator that is called as this address of operator. This ampersand is also called as the address of operator. So, for storing the address, you will be making use of this particular operator. This operator is called as the address of operator. Now, what I am doing? I am making use of the pointer b is equal to ampersand a. B is equal to ampersand a. What does it mean? The pointer b is storing the address of a. So pointer b is nothing, is storing the address of a. This is how exactly you are initializing the pointer. Are you able to understand this? So, firstly we have seen how to declare a pointer. Whenever you are declaring a pointer, you have to follow this particular syntax, that is data type followed by the pointer operator followed by the pointer name. I have given you the example int star b. What does this mean? Int is nothing but the data type followed by the pointer operator followed by the pointer name. Next, what I am doing is I am trying to store the address of a variable into the pointer. Now, what happens? I will show you in another example so you can understand it easily. So, what I am doing is, firstly, I am declaring a variable that is called as x. The value of x is 50. Now, 50 is stored somewhere in the computer. Let us consider the address of this 50 is nothing, x is nothing but 10,500. Okay. Now, what I want to do, I know what is the value of x, it is nothing but 50. I want to show you where exactly x is being stored. For that, what I need? I need a pointer. So, what I am doing? I am taking one pointer that is called as y. So, the variable is x, the pointer name is y. Next, what I am doing? I am storing this particular address in the pointer y. So, what I have to do? Y is equal to ampersand of x. Whenever you want to store the address, you have to make use of address of operator. If I do like this, what happens? The address of x is nothing but 10,500. 10,500 will be stored in y. 10,500 will be stored in y. Whenever I display this particular statement, see out y, or else see out the address of x is equal to, the address of x is equal to y, what happens is, it will display the address that is nothing but 10,500. If I write like this, see out the value of x is equal to x. What it does? It will display the value. Value of x is nothing but 50. The address of x is nothing but 10,500. So, to store the address of a variable, you require one more variable that is called as a pointer. So, this is the brief introduction of the concept of pointer. So, pointer is nothing but a variable which stores the address of another variable. Whenever you are declaring a variable, every variable will be consisting of two characteristics. One is called as the name of the variable, and the next thing is called as the, one is called as the value of the variable, the next thing is called as the address of the variable. So, by looking at this particular statement, you can understand what is the value of the variable, but you don't know where exactly that particular variable is being stored. So, to access that particular address of the variable, you require another variable that is called as pointer. Okay, whenever you are declaring a pointer, you will be making use of an operator that is called as the pointer operator, which is also called as the in direction operator. The next thing is regarding the initialization of the pointers. So whenever you want to initialize the pointer, you require three steps. Firstly, you want to declare a variable. Nextly, what you have to do? You require a pointer. Firstly, you want to declare a variable. Once after that, you want to declare a pointer. Once after that, what you have to do? You have to assign the address of the variable to the pointer. So I have given you the example. Here I have declared one variable that is called as 50. 50 is stored at the location. Just I am giving you the example. This will not be the exact address. So the x will be stored at the address 10,500. So what I have to do? I want to display the address of this particular variable. So what I am doing is I am declaring one pointer. The name of the pointer is y. The name of the pointer is y. Next, what I am doing? I am assigning the address of x. For accessing the address of x, or else for assigning the address of x, you require the operator that is called as ampersand. Ampersand is also called as the address of operator. Hope you people have understood this particular concept. If you have any doubts, you can contact me through WhatsApp. In the further class, we will be writing some of the programs, and let us see how exactly to perform various operations on the pointers. Thank you everyone.